So this is what happens when you get distracted, slip, and put your foot through the ceiling. I lost concentration for a second and slipped off there and literally went through the ceiling. So yeah, when you're doing renovation work, just be careful.
Ask the builders.
Well, the builders are gone now, mate.
That's not even a bit that's going to be cut out, is it?
Yeah, that bit will be cut out because that's going to be where the staircase is, but... Aluminium soakers have arrived. These come in all different sizes and shapes and pack quantities. So these ones are 150 by 100 by 50 millimeters, pack of 25, and I think I got 3 of those because I need to go all the way up the side here. You can see I've already started trying to have a go at some, all the way up the side there, all the way up the side there, and all the way up the side there. So like with tiles, obviously you need a lap on them, and then this bit here will get filled with silicone or window sealant. I don't know if you can see just in there's a screw, which means that this is not seating back far enough, so I'll have to notch that out a little bit where that screw is. But you see the process, they just slot in, slot in, slot in. So that's basically what you do, you slot it up and fill it in, fill the gap into each of these just to hold them in place. They're pretty sturdy actually, to be fair. They're not, you know, they're not going anywhere as long as they're seated in correctly. And it just stops any water that comes in from the side, then runs down, runs down, runs down. So you start from the bottom and work your way up and lap over. So the one above is always higher than the one below. So you have that lapping effect. If you did it the other way around, obviously the water could ride in to the tiles. So you keep going all the way up. So I'll carry on with these and then show you the process once I'm done. I just snipped out a little square of relief to go around that. Now I've got to cut this one at a slightly more complicated angle because there's not quite enough space to fit in there, I don't think. I don't want to compromise this sill, so I'll have to do a bit more chopping to get this, to get it in into this gap here and tucked up behind here, because it needs to sit under that one there and under there. Right, so I've snipped the top bit because we've got an overlap. When I sit it underneath this one, it's still going to hit that screw, and then I've put a bit of a relief cut there to accommodate the fact that we've got that little lip there in the sill. Pretty pleased with that. It's gone in there quite nicely. I had to take that one out to get that one in. Makes sense because you're meant to start from the bottom up, and I've kind of got a bit ahead of myself. I think I'll put one more in here that will be pretty cut down. I'll probably carefully measure and draw that, and it will just sit under here in that space because there is a little gap there. It's going to be tricky to get it in, but I think I can wedge it in as the last one at the bottom there. Managed to get this bottom one in. That's snug behind there. Overlap, 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 overlap. Yada yada yada. You get the deal. So those are in there nice and snug, so I can finish going up. Now, the windows got installed before the tiling was done. So I think normally, rewind, windows would go in last, you'd put the tiles on with the aluminium soakers on, you'd attach them, and I'm now having to retrofit them because the window, the people that delivered the windows installed them and they came really early. So yeah, it's in, thankfully, it is in, but it was a real pain in the arse getting that one in. So do your windows last. Felt, batten, tile, aluminium soaker, window. Obviously your lead as well. Aluminium soakers all down the left hand side. Lapping nicely and neatly. And all up there as well. So I'm pleased with that. I need to get some aluminium soakers under there. It's the last piece of the puzzle. Last little bit there, aluminium soakers the whole way along. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Looks pretty secure, watertight and all the rest of it. I'm going to call it a day. That is how you install aluminium soakers in a window frame when the windows are already in. Honestly, it's not worth the hassle. You're much better off doing it first. So plan accordingly. But I'm very happy with the result. I think it looks really nice. Just rolled out some of the lead, measured out 110 centimeters, 1,100 mil. Drew a line straight across, snipped it with the tin snips, Now I'm going to be putting it up here, folding it over and putting these tabs back in at either end. Got to secure that in place and then I'll do that one. You know, it's a fairly quick job. So I've cut the lead to length, made sure it overlaps and is attached there, and I'm doing the same there. Just got to peen that bit down, peen it all down, and then I'm done. It's a really quick job actually, I'm quite pleased with that. It's fairly easy. I do need to get some patination oil to rub on that, so I'll have to buy some because I don't own any, or see if I can borrow some from a friend to wipe all over that. Otherwise it's a quick job. It's grubby though, lead is grubby. So I'm just going to peen it down with a little hammer now. This is my Christie's mallet, a genuine auctioneer's gravel. Right, I've pulled that one up, out the way. I've pulled that one back, out the way. There's the little latch for it on that side. On this side I've got one ready to go that just needs to be hammered in. So I've got the lead here peened over a scaffold board. You always want to use a wooden mallet, and something soft and wouldn't do it because this stuff scores so easily. I mean, just the lightest nick on this lead leaves a mark that you can see and won't be able to get out. So don't use a metal hammer or nail or anything on this. Always use wood. And look, even that said, when I've used the wood and maybe it's picked up a little bit of grit from there and hit on that, it still marked it. So this stuff is unbelievably soft, you know. That's ready to go. I can lift that up because it's got that bend in it. It actually holds its shape rather than flopping. So I can carefully pick that up, latch it on, lap it up there and lap it over there, same as I did across there. We're up and in place on this side. We're out over there, so it needs to be latched on a little bit. Slip it behind that one there, peen that down with the new clip that I've built, and then we're ready to go. The way that I picked this up, by the way, is I left it hanging vertically like that so that there was no tension on it, and then I used two hands, one at the top and one at the bottom, to slowly pivot it back up horizontal to then slide and slot in place. And I located this end first, as you can see, and that end is out over there. Just a little tip to make it slightly easier when you're doing lengths of, I mean, this is 1.5 meters, so it is heavy stuff and it is soft, so you don't really want to have too long lengths of it, but this is okay. Right, finished all of the lead soakers the whole way along, above the Juliet balcony as well. So I'm really pleased with that. I think it looks really nice. It's all secure and in place. That's now watertight as it is meant to be. So I think it's good. I'm happy with that. Back doing the aluminium soakers again. This time up around the Juliet balcony. What I've done is I've made a template that will now fit under here. Sits up in place like that. Now I can hammer it inside there, so that bit will tuck in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another 1.5 centimeters at the bottom and 0.5 centimeter at the top to this section here, so that it's a little bit wider, and then I can use that as a template for the next ones to follow. So actually this will sit down here like that, and then it will rest on the batten correctly. Right, these are the aluminium soakers going in up the side here, just under halfway. Having a template really helps. Don't need to do any more measuring. Same as I did with cutting the tiles, set a template and then rinse and repeat all the way up, because all of the battens are spaced at the same intervals, so it's actually really easy. And then you just sit here on a bag of K-rend and cut and install, cut and install, cut and install the whole way up. I am done for the day. It's 5 o'clock and I've put this whole side in. It's going to get filled. One of them snagged on there and chipped it, but all of this is going to get filled with silicone sealant, so bits like that will stop slipping out where the tile is just putting a bit of pressure on it. But I'm pleased, it looks good. You can't see any of them from the bottom other than that one. The rest of them all look fine, and that will get covered by silicone sealant, so I'm happy with that. It's been a good day. It's been a good day.